Hi, everybody. Will Butter here. Today marks the anniversary of one of the darkest times, the absolute darkest days our country has ever faced. It's like this type of thing nobody ever thought would ever happen, especially in real life. It's been predicted in movies, but not really in a way it happened. Well, today is September 11th. It marks the 18th anniversary that our country has suffered from a terrorist attack, which to this day is fresh in our memories. And especially those who have lost their friends, loved ones, and neighbors who are working in the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and please, let's not forget flight number 93. I'll talk about that in a few minutes here. But I want to talk to you about what I remember the day that it happened. I was um, I was 9 years old at the time. It was just about a week after I started my third grade. A week after I started third grade at my local elementary school. My third grade teacher was Mrs. Brischler. So it looked like a normal day. I go, I get off my school bus into the school cafeteria waiting for class to start. So my whole class walks to Mrs. Brischler's classroom, and it was around close to 9 a.m. We get out of our classroom to go to music. We go to our music class, who our music teacher was at the time, I think she's married now, Miss Cornell. We go there, we cut through, we go to the hallways, we cut through the cafeteria because the music room is on the other side. From what I remember, I can see walking with the class, just entering the side doors to the cafeteria, and directly across is doors to the other side of the school. And from right at my right corner, there there was from what I remember, the school principal with pretty much the staff members of the main office gathered around a CRT TV on a stand connected to cable, and the news was on. From from what I remember, from what I saw him just not talking or anything, just looking at the TV, and and I remember seeing. I had no idea what the World Trade Center was. Just from my point of view at the time, it was just two tall buildings, and one of them was on fire, and they were just staring at the TV in blank facial expressions. So we were just continuing towards our music class. But to my surprise, to this day, from what I've been hearing from other schools, on this day, the schools let everybody out. But the elementary school I attended, the school continued on in session. They didn't let us out early or anything. They kept us in session. So it looked like the school was, from what I can comprehend, like the school it was a typical school day. But if I can remember correctly, the a lot of the staff were like didn't look happy. They looked sad. So school was ending. I went on my school bus and I went home. The school bus dropped me off at my house. My mother came outside and she walked me in the house, and she had the TV on. She had the news on, and it was and I saw on the TV exactly what the staff members with the school principal on that TV in the cafeteria were watching on the news. From my disability, my autism, I couldn't comprehend what was happening. I couldn't understand what was happening. I couldn't comprehend why my mother like had this on the news. I couldn't get why it was all over the place. If I remember correctly, they showed both towers collapsing, and then I thought it was pretty scary. And it's like when my father got home, like they were quiet and they were watching they were watching the TV pretty much the whole evening. It was the whole evening they were watching the news. And and my mom, she was talking about it was an evil act. It was a terrorist attack. I I really couldn't get why somebody would do this. It took me so a very long time to figure out, like 5 to close to 10 years, realizing it was all pure hatred, pure evil, like against us, that they committed such an act against us. So it was we will I remember, like, we got as a family, we got together with our aunts and uncles. We lit candles up in honor of all the people who have died in this horrific event. Like, we were all outside. We all had candles lit. We were Even I was holding candles. Like, all of us were holding candles to honor those who have perished. And I was 9 years old. It was over a month after I turned 9 years old, and a week after I started third grade in elementary school. So this is what I remember of the day all this was happening. And I got a feeling that yesterday, which was September 10th, I look at it as the last happy day of us, for us, before this day marked the time when the world was changed forever. the day that would make us live in fear and sorrow, fear that this will happen again, causing major paranoia to everybody. It has affected us pretty badly. We were never the same ever since this day. I can see it. I can see how this terrorist attack really affected us to this day. Before all that happened, we were all happy and we were enjoying life. We were good to each other. But after those after they attacked us in a snap, a light switch flicked. And that was it. We were never the same. But let's not forget flight number 93. It is believed that it was supposed to hit the U.S. Capitol. But please, let's not forget all those brave men and women who were on board that plane that stepped up and stopped those terrorists from hitting the U.S. Capitol. They sacrificed themselves in saving the people inside the U.S. Capitol and all the people around the U.S. Capitol. It was very brave of those people to have stopped that plane from hitting the U.S. Capitol. I don't know if it's if that's an 100% fact, but that's what it is believed. It's not 100% legit. I don't think it is. Let's not forget this day, and also let's not forgive those bastards who would commit such a thing to emotionally hurt us. Let's not forgive them. Never forgive, never forget. More importantly, never forgive. Ever. Never ever forgive those people who work for the devil, for Satan himself. The acts of pure evil that have emotionally hurt us to this day. And my heart goes out to all the people who were affected by this, who lost their loved ones and friends and neighbors. My heart goes out to the people who have perished. And I praise those people on Flight 93 who did such a brave act of sacrificing their lives and saved the U.S. Capitol from suffering the same fate as the World Trade Center and the Pentagon. Let's all spread our hearts out for today. The U.S. civilians, the firefighters, the first responders, the police officers, everyone who lost their lives on this day. Let's give 10 seconds of a moment of silence for all those people who have died. Okay, you ready? Let's go. In 3, 2, 1. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. And please feel free to do a video response to this of what you remember, to my fellow subscribers, of what you remember of the time all of this unfolded, this very horrific act that unfolded. That started around 8:47 a.m. If you can't, at least comment down below of what you remember. Video responses are welcome. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and most importantly, don't forget to always love. Thank you.